Please feel free. If there's anything you like to share, anything you like to shine the light on. And nothing has to happen. Bettina.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, there's something I would like to get some support. Today, the husband of my daughter has birthday, and he invited me to come for a coffee. And I didn't see him since September last year. And I told he's an Abgeordneter.
So he's in politics.
Genau. Yes,
yeah.
He's in politics, and he's voting for the vaccination and for all these things. And I'm a bit afraid of seeing him.
Yeah, understand. But you would like to go, Bettina? Yeah. Let's maybe just see if we can get clear of that. If there's an interest to go.
I have, wie sagt man, zugesagt. Ich habe schon zugesagt.
Yeah, you said yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, we can change our mind at any time. Yeah. I mean, that freedom we all have, don't we? It's like sometimes just life gives us a different answer. Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't mean that you don't go, but just to see clearly. That's actually sometimes all of a sudden you have to say no or yes. You have to change your mind sometimes, all of a sudden, and then you see if there are consequences, or you see what it does, So just to get clear on that.
Yes.
And we know there's also something underneath.
Yes.
Yes.
The issue why I'm don't want to go is this fear. I'm not. Yeah, there's fear to meet him.
Yeah. There's fear to meet him. Yeah. I mean, no wonder. If there's fear in my system to meet somebody, everything will say no. So I would say that's a very natural response. To meet somebody, the invitation can be so sweet with coffee and cake and everything. But if there's fear, it's like, everything in us tries to get away from that. Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with. So that's clear. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and there's another part that is, that says I have to do.
Yeah. You have to go. Yes. It's so beautiful. I mean, that's what we deal with, these kind of inner conflicts where one aspect says you have to do this, and then all those other aspects, I mean, we mentioned just two right now, and then it boils down to that one that is really overridden or not. It's But there's that inner conflict. One says you have to do it. You said yes, and you have to be grown up and strong
Yes.
and fearless, fearless. And then there's that, oh no, I don't want to. I really don't want to. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with. Ah, so that gives a breath.
There's another one.
Oh, I thought so.
Yeah, there's another one. There, I am able to go there and go away after an hour. That's not the thing. But there's also
Oh, fantastic.
yeah, that's
So
also
that's that
possible.
too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Far
possible.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are 3 aspects and 3 capacities also that you know about the Bettina system.
Yes.
It's like one is really afraid to meet your son-in-law. Then there is that other aspect that you should do it. You said yes, be strong. And then there is that's a bit softer. The third one is like you can just stay for an hour and then you leave again. Yeah. So we have that. What else?
Yes. Then that's the other. Then the other part is this idea. I have to speak with him. That's we speak about this already, because that's in my system since a long time. And
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, so that is another one that kind of, there comes a conflict again.
Yes,
huh?
there's a conflict. Yes.
There's the conflict.
This 1 hour thing is the easiest one, but that is the old habit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So now with that this last aspect that you mentioned, how about, is it possible to have a conversation with him on another day than just on his birthday?
Yes.
Yeah, because, sometimes, when they're guests and it's about celebration and stuff, then
only his parents.
yeah,
Yeah,
but that's
small
enough.
group,
They want to celebrate. They want to, you come together to celebrate his birth, not to, not actually to go into a conflictive conversation.
Yes.
Or that could create a conflict.
Yes, that could.
So, just to keep it simple again, that's why you meet. That's what I understand.
Yes,
when
yes.
I'm invited for a birthday coffee, it's like, okay, that's about celebration. It's like, wow, yeah, just feeling that gives a breath again. And then there's all the other layers, like it's also clear that you would love to have a conversation with him, but maybe on another day. Maybe you can even initiate that. It's like you could say, I really feel I would love to have a conversation with you. Could we make time for that? It could, like next Monday, or I don't know what. Just to see that's not actually for the birthday. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So for the birthday with his parents, and maybe your daughter too. Your daughter is also there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just a celebration. That's just, you have beautiful, you make everything beautiful. You just don't go anywhere else. It's like, wow, so happy you're with my daughter, or, or what, it's so nice to be with your parents. And, just, the cake is wonderful and the coffee, just perfection. And, that's how we make things beautiful. It's like, that's how we create a beautiful field in a way. It's like we can do that consciously. It's like, no, I'm not going there actually for having the conversation about mandates and vaccination and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if that's possible for you, but
Yeah, that's totally possible. Totally.
yeah, yeah. And how does that feel?
Yeah, it's a relief.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pressure is more gone.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not really gone, but yeah. I don't, because I don't know what we speak about. Also,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yes, you don't know, but you know
But not from my side out.
exactly. So you know why you're going there.
Yes.
Yes. And you can maybe consciously stay with why you are going there. And if something gets touched, I know sometimes that happens very, very quickly, but maybe you can just excuse yourself, go to the bathroom, or even say, I really have to go. All is well. I'm emotional. I have to go. And I love you all. Or, you know, that's just my state right now, my personal situation. I come back another time. Yeah. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really clear actually when we walk it through, you know, how many possibilities there are to not overstep the personal system in a way, to honor even the personal system. You know, your system is rather an emotional system.
Yes, so totally is.
Yes,
That's
and
the
it's
fear. That's really the fear to meet him, because he is so trained in rhetoric. He speaks me, and my system doesn't stand that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Up until now, up until now, yeah, yeah. yeah. I mean, it's really beautiful because I mean, it's in a way it's personal, but it's also the collective feminine system that has been shut down for a long, 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 long time. And not to blame him or anyone, but just to see, you know, living through a feminine system or in a feminine system with whatever you want to call that, that has been shut down for a lot since centuries. Yes.
And really in personal with him or my daughter and me, they shut me down. They say to me, don't speak about this.
So, okay. Okay. So there's the same.
Yes.
Kind of. So that's the same response, huh? He is really well trained in expressing himself, you said, rhetorically, shutting you down. But they also don't want to hear what you have to say. So nobody wants to hear what each other has to say. Is that right?
No, true. As far as I see it, I'm available for hearing what they have to say, but I don't feel that they
Okay.
and they speak from wie soll ich muss mal in Deutsch sagen. Ich wäre in solchen ja, ich wäre irgendwie abgedriftet und hätte es schwierig, da wieder rauszukommen. Wie heißt denn jetzt dieses Wort? Ich komme nicht drauf. Verschwörungstheorien.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, so you are in the conspiracy theories, drifted up into conspiracy theory. Yeah. So what is underneath that when somebody says that?
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, it hurts you. Yeah. But when somebody, what's underneath their system? When, you know, when it's easy to say that, you know, you're a conspiracy theorist.
Yes.
So what's underneath that when somebody says that to you? You drifted up into those.
There's a fear also. There's a fear.
there's a fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So there's a fear in their system too. Yeah. So
Yes,
that they
I
kind
know.
of have to point the finger. It's like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what is underneath that fear?
From them?
Yeah.
Yes. That I don't really know, but I think that's if they look really deep, they can stand in the system now, where they live now, or where they function now.
That must be very scary, huh?
Yes, yes.
Must be very, very scary. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
So
when they look a little bit deeper, then I don't know how they can stand in all these rooms.
absolutely. So there you go. So that must feel very, very unsettling to them.
Yes, but
now,
really unconscious, really unconscious.
Yes. So now you come and you shake that.
Yes.
And you touch that.
Yes.
Yeah. As the mother and the mother-in-law, you come and shake that. So, because we're all in the same boat, we all know that kind of conversation. It's so spot on. And I'm just curious, and I'm exploring myself all the time, because of course I'm in the same boat. How can we have a conversation that we don't go into a split? That's interesting to me personally.
To me also.
Yeah,
It was
I
maybe
know
like that for a few weeks, and then I thought, no, I don't go there. I don't want to split with my daughter.
No, of course not. Yeah. So what I know in my own experience is that the moment there's a sense in me that I'm right, that pushes the buttons everywhere. It's like, oh man, I know better than you.
Same on both sides. Yes.
On both sides. Yeah, on both sides. So how do we how can we approach each other? I mean, again, that's just and I know it's interesting to you too.
Yeah.
And we have no answer for that, but just to have that question come, kind of consider a different approach with each other. Like how could we come together without having to go into a split? Because we both don't know. Because we both don't know. That's the truth.
No.
It's just what we know is what gets triggered is deep, deep, deep fear.
Yes.
Of losing life, even losing life.
Yes. Yeah.
And then it's very beautiful when somebody comes along and says, oh, I have the solution. Mm. Man, that's nice. It's like you do this and this and this and this and this, and everything will be good. Our systems love it, even if they have to close all their eyes and all shut off all their senses to feel that was actually underneath, that not knowing. So that's what I see. We have no clue if the vaccination works or if it doesn't work. We just feel that anxiety around that somebody comes along and says, you have to do this. And the other side says, oh, that's the solution. So, but it has the same fear in it, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how can we have a conversation when there is that fear in both? So, there's a subject and we come from different angles in a way, and both have a sense of this is right, and the other one has a sense this is right. With that fear underneath, how can we have a conversation? When the drive is that existential fear. I'm just asking myself again and again, because I could sense that righteousness in my system too. Whoa, So now I'm just going back to that. It's just, my system just does it this way. And if it can do it this way, whoa, how lucky am I? If not, maybe it gets abused, maybe it gets pushed into a situation where it doesn't want to be, and how can it live with that? Or maybe it doesn't have to do that. Maybe it goes into fight, whatever. You don't know actually. But you know what's underneath. So how can we be together knowing that existential fear underneath and not biting into that rotten cake of having a conversation on the level of this is better than this? Oh man, it's a trip, isn't it?
Yes.
It's an amazing trip. It's like, whoa, I see families drifting apart and relations going in, friendships and countries, and unbelievable that moment there is a sense of being right, huh? I know better than you.
Yeah.
The weapon comes out somehow. Oh, you know, the invisible bullets go through. It's, yeah. Yeah, so how can you have that conversation with your daughter and your son-in-law?
No conversation. With words, it doesn't happen. With words, I tried
Cool.
it, and it gets immediately emotional, and then they shout out at me, and I don't know. That's the fear I have. How can we meet? Yeah.
Wow. But that is, I find that is most beautiful. How can we meet? I mean, it's with everything actually, isn't it? It's with everything. How can we, is there an interest to meet? That's maybe the first question, because that's another thing. Quite often you sit together with whoever, doesn't matter, family or not. And, you know, that question is mostly not asked even. How do we want to meet? Do we just want to talk? Or, you know, and nothing wrong with anything. It's more this, you know, what's my interest? What is my real interest? And how can I bring it as a gift? And that's, you know, I'm just speaking for myself, actually. Yeah. 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 Because that's, you know, it's my absolute personal wish and desire, if there's anything. Otherwise, I'd rather stay by myself.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
That's a consequence, I noticed. Then I stay alone.
Then I say,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's much more, you know, then there's a different creativity coming out because it nurtures itself. And you don't know what kind of waves that creates. What kind of, you know, maybe all of a sudden somebody knocks on the door because someone registers, oh, there's a frequency that's really interesting to me. Let me just knock on the door. Who knows, you know?
Who knows?
I mean, who knows how we got together, huh? Who knows? All of a sudden there we were. And and we still travel together because we have that.
There's an interest.
Yeah, we have that interest in common, and we love to nurture it together.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I love this, Bettina. It's so beautiful that you bring this. It inspires me deeply.
Yeah, and it troubles since 1.5 years or 2 years, and it's going
Mm.
on and on.
Yeah, up until now.
Mm.
I mean, now I don't know if is it maybe a bit more clear or not?
Yes, totally. For the mind, it's clear. Yes, and then, but yeah, how would the system react? I don't know. Last week I was in the supermarket and shouted on a service lady because they told me you have to wear your FFP2 mask, and my system totally freaks out, and I was shocked. I was totally shocked because I
Yeah.
never thought that I react this way.
Yeah. Cool. So
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
yeah,
Next day I went to her and,
of,
and excused me because that was
yeah.
right, crazy, totally.
Yeah, but how? Yeah, Bettina, but that's what's happening. Doesn't mean much actually. You just see your system went into a shock.
Yes.
And when the system goes into shock, you know what it does. We all know what a physical system does, human body, every body, actually, every animal body, when it goes into a shock, it has a certain reaction.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was
And
with the gun a little somehow. I was going there with fear and wow.
That's what a system does. When there is fear, it puts all the guns into its pocket and is ready to pull each one all the time. It's you can see, that's how most people walk around. Just wait for that moment that there comes a response where they can pull their guns or they run away.
That's what I want.
No, that's not what you want, but that's also not really, we have to be very, 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 very conscious and aware.
Yes.
And we have to honor our systems. That's another thing. The moment we come into a field where that frequency is fight flight mode, which we have in our society, in our civilization culture, it's everywhere. The moment you step out of this circle, in a way, out of our field, the moment you step out into that other realm that's worldly, where we mostly live, that's what you have to deal with. It's like everybody is in survival mode. And the rules are fight, flight, or collapse. Yeah, that's how we are wired. So then you come back into that field where something else is important and where that can relax a bit. There's all the trauma work we have done, all the resourcing of our systems so that it doesn't have to go into that mode all the time. That's what we're doing every time we come together. But I tell you, the moment it will step into that world, you always will carry your guns. Always, everybody does. Every gun there is, I tell you, every gun there is. It's absolutely rare that a nervous system doesn't get triggered. I don't know any system actually. Maybe it gets easier. That's what I'm noticing in my own personal system. It gets kind of, it's more easy on itself. It's not so hard on itself. Where it's like, because I hear that and it's beating itself up. Oh man,
But
that's not my interest and I shouldn't.
It's not so strong as I know, really. It was, as I speak it, but
super.
It was actually not so bad because I was what was this? I noticed I have no chance. I had no chance. It does it. It does it.
Far out. There you see. Yes.
And I could see that I'm not really with me. I'm not really in contact with me. That's the invitation I see.
Yeah, we can have a look at that.
Yeah.
You know, there's just another system
Idea.
that takes over. You know, the fight, flight, survival brain is much stronger than the conscious brain, the neocortex, because it's much younger.
Yeah.
The neocortex is much younger. That's at least what I've learned, and it makes sense to me. So the survival brain is always first. Always first. You don't have a chance.
Yeah.
You don't. It is on automatic, and it shuts everything else down.
Yes.
If it feels threatened, it shuts everything you have learned, everything else that's not on automatic is shut down just like that.
Yes. It's not available.
And then you have to, yeah, it can't think, because then it has lost its life already. If it has to think, that's much too slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, whoa, you can't think to pull your weapons.
No.
You run, you pull your weapons, or you play dead.
Mm.
That's the deal with the survival system. It's very intelligent.
Mm.
And the blame comes from the neocortex, not from that system.
No.
That comes from having an idea how it should be.
Yes.
You shouldn't. So it's like two systems working against each other. It's amazing how that does it. Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with. I mean, maybe there are some people on this planet who have disengaged from that. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's also not interesting to me. I just know the personal Meike system works that way. Touch the right spot, the guns are out. Yeah, or you know, if you can't run away, because there's always that, if one can run away, that's the preference. It loves to get away. It doesn't want to get into a fight, actually. If it can run away, it will. But if not, guns come out. And if that doesn't help, then shut down, playing dead. Yeah. So all natural stuff, all we all know that. We all know that. Yeah, we can't, yeah. Playing against it hasn't done us well, hasn't done us good. That's what I see. It has brought so much confusion. Wow. But I love, because you said afterwards, when it came back to, you said yourself, then you went there and said sorry.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. How wonderful is that? See, that's the beautiful thing with the conscious mind, you know, then we can, oh, wow. System did this, I did not have a choice. And gosh, if I did any damage, can I make it good?
And that was only not a choice. That was, I would do that.
Yeah, yeah, it's very clear. Nobody would. It's very, very clear. Nobody would. It's not, you know, we have explored that so many times. It's like you don't go out and consciously.
Yeah, there's always this trap to think the other person could do it on another way, because she shouted at me first, and my system totally reacts. And there's always the thought they don't have to do that. There could be another way, and that's, yeah, I know, I see it, and trotzdem, ist da immer so ein Kampf. There's always a little fight.
Yeah.
With me and with others. Yes, with me and with
you see it right now. Yeah. Obviously, she didn't have a choice. It's obvious, isn't it? It's
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if it happens like that, then there is no choice.
Yeah.
That's just what happens. Yeah. The confusion happens when there's an idea that it could be different than it is. That's the confusion. Otherwise, you just move on. It's actually very, very simple.
Yeah.
Mm. So now will you go to your son-in-law's birthday?
Yes, I will go. I will go. With a little bit humor and a little bit easiness, then it's okay.
That's so beautiful, Bettina. That's so beautiful. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. There's so many aspects of us, huh? So many beautiful ones. And gosh, that existential fear is so deeply ingrained in every body. It's unbelievable that, gosh, and when that gets touched, just scratch a little bit. Oh my God. Yeah. So we're learning to say, okay, you know, I come in peace. I come in peace.
That's great.
I come in peace. I come in peace.
Yeah.
Oh, I get all emotional. Oh, peace. Yeah, yeah. I don't mean any bad.
No, and yes,
Yeah.
and they are really also beautiful. He's beautiful, my daughter.
Of course, of course. He's your daughter's husband. Of course, he's beautiful.
Yes.
Maybe a bit confused, but who's not?
Yes. Yes. And I understand it because it brought him to this job and it's all new and he will do it the best. And I can see all that, but it's not the right way, I think.
Yeah, and there's, it's beautiful. It's not the right way, I think. Yeah. Yeah, there's the fight. There comes the fight. Marching right in. It's like, this is not the right way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and we will see.
Yes, you will see. And, you know, yeah, I don't know if there is a right way. It's more, you know what your deepest interest is, and you see as clearly as possible. You see what's underneath that whole conversation on both sides, and both are righteous. Both know better. And underneath, as far as I can see, nobody is having a clue.
Yes.
Yeah, nobody knows much. Yeah, we can compare, but that doesn't mean, it also doesn't mean that we have to give in. It's just, I mean, how can we be with each other and not go into a split?
And be a little bit softer.
Be a little bit softer. Far out. Far out. Be a little bit softer. Yeah. Yeah. That's a step towards each other, huh? So, yeah. Oh, exquisite conversation, Bettina.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Really.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
And I
very,
can
very beautiful.
look at it if it's go on again, then
yeah,
really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think it's been very, very inspiring for all of us, I would say. Yeah. Let's just see what our friends say. Was that interesting to you guys at all? Yeah. Yes. See. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Bettina. That amazing conversation, huh? That how to be with ourselves in a way, huh? How to be with ourselves in the most beautiful way. Wow, what a dance it is. So easy to go into a split. So easy. So easy to be righteous. I've found that, wow, with those, good intentions in my systems, thinking, mind, everywhere. And whoa, I discovered, oh, there is definitely a righteousness in there. So, oh, I don't know if I want to let go of that one. But just seeing and something shifts just in seeing. Mm. Mm. Maria.
Hi, Meike.
Hi.
There's one point I want to take out, speak out. It's about being with my partner.
Mm.
And there I can see that I push away the it's too far away now.
Say again, you push away the
It's too
what?
far. The way when he is, he feel his hurt in his body, and he tell it to me, and or when I see it, then suddenly it starts to push it away.
Yeah.
It's yes. And there's a wish to be also with this in harmony or in freedom or in peace, like this.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So, you know, when your system wants to push away feeling his pain, he has physical pain? Yeah, yeah. So, and your system wants to get away from that sometimes. Do I understand right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. So what exactly happens in your system? So you come close and then?
It's like frozen for
Okay. Yeah, no flight, but
sometimes I fight inside, and mostly I think I'm frozen. It's too hard, and and I can see that it's from thinking. There is the pattern that I have to do some things that he can be happy. It's the pattern.
Okay.
And I can't
That's
do
the pattern.
I can't do anything for this.
Yeah. So no wonder. Gosh, what a circumstance. Yeah. Of course, you know, how does a system deal with a situation like that? It would like to do something, but it can see it can't do anything. So then it's put into a situation where it wants to do something, but it can't. It creates, I mean, you know, just speaking there, I can feel the friction and the grinding. So when it can't get away, then of course it tries to numb it all out. So I just would love to honor your absolutely intelligent system for this. It's trying everything in a situation where there is no real solution. Yeah.
And I can see it's a pattern not only with my partner. It must be also in the childhood. I can see that there is also a system that doesn't feel good for me, and the father and mother have to deal with also with life, and there I want also that they could be happy, that I can be happy. So
there you go. There you go. Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but ich mache es abhängig.
Yeah, it depends on,
yes.
Yeah, if they are happy, then you can be happy.
And I can be also, and that doesn't work.
It doesn't work, yeah. Far out. Oh, so you're very clear. You're very clear, Maria.
Yes, and life is bringing me back again and again, and
yeah. So,
and I hope when I can speak out, it's also in this life, not in that what I like to be. It's also coming from daily life to hope that it could be better. And
Yeah, of course.
yes,
Very natural response.
yes,
Very, very natural response, I would say. Of course.
and
Of course.
it doesn't until
No.
now.
Yeah, up until now. Yeah, it doesn't. So because it doesn't work on that level, it doesn't work like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
So let's just see what could support your system. How could we support your system in a way that it would be more easy? What would it like?
I see the situation when we eat together. We are we are three,
Yeah.
and there happens a conflict.
Yeah.
And then I'm so happy when I can hold this conflict only without being reacting, and see my reaction also, that all can be held and all can be seen.
Far out.
This is what I like, to be in this. And then I have to be quiet because in this moment I'm like Bettina, I speak, I come back and go into fight, flight, or frozen.
Yes.
It's not possible.
Fantastic. So you can see that also very clearly.
Yes, yes.
So the moment it starts speaking, then it goes into survival mode.
Yeah.
But what is happening when it keeps quiet? I'm curious. What happens then? What happens in the system?
I feel my heart and feel like now also the sadness for this world. It's not only this system, and it's not only my partner's or my child's system, it's the whole life. Sometimes it's work like this. And I told it the last time, it looks like this time is going in my system through sadness and sadness and sadness and sadness. And the joy is, looks like it is, it gets small, very small. And it's, for me, it's new, so much sadness in daily life.
So can you drop through that sadness and see what's underneath that sadness?
It is quiet and shaking.
Yeah.
It's quiet and sadness. It's not only quiet.
So there's quietness, and the sadness is also felt. And go deeper.
And there's something, it's holding both, or holding.
Yeah.
Maybe all, I don't know.
Yeah.
get to visit.
I love where you're taking me.
The body is more filled. It's getting wider.
And you feel the flow, energy flow through the body?
Maybe it's getting hot.
Yeah.
Could be the flow. What you see?
Good flow. Yes, I feel that. Yeah.
Oh, now it come back, sadness, and it was a little thought, and such sadness is coming. But
Yeah. But doesn't much matter, huh?
not
Actually,
more.
or?
Yes, not more.
No. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing. It's just when, you know, when all those layers that you went through underneath the sadness, when you opened up that's mostly not seen when we're in this kind of world, isn't it? And it's just the sadness and the pain, and I mean just the whole confusion, and oh my God, that lostness in a way. When you just in a few seconds you drop into the depths of who you are, or you know, whatever we want to call that, it's all okay, all is well. It's not so focused on just that one aspect, you know, because I know when the emotion sadness or another emotion is there, it seems like it's only that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not.
There's a deep knowing that this is not the only thing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
till I work with you from this year, I can see there is more opening and more wish to be in connection with all in this and with this. And I can feel that there is more maybe opening from the heart. I couldn't say. I'm easily touched when something says, when I told from I speak from this what I'm going for, and there come a misunderstanding, then I'm deeply touched that this is another that I'm not allowed to be in this place.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
It's the only place I want to live.
Yes. Yeah. And obviously there's no choice. It spits us out sometimes. But you know, whoa, one invitation and wow, you're just right there. And then you know, your beautiful partner comes along and has physical pain, and schwuppdiwupp. Yeah, for all of us, Maria, for all of us. It's just, oh man, I guess that's why all those sages always speak about the grace when we drop beyond all of that, or just for a moment, just for a moment, just maybe one time in our life. Oh gosh, and we've had more moments than just one.
Yes, I feel very blessed from this.
Yes,
I can feel and see, and
yeah,
thank you.
yeah. Oh, thank you. just mwah. Mm. Mm. Oh, Marina, you were first, I think. Mm. Mm.
Beautiful exploration so far. So, yeah.
Just, gosh. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. The depth in what we meet is just, oh, so lucky. We are so lucky.
Yeah, very lucky. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd like to explore this worrying pattern.
Mhm.
I just got back from Denmark today after 10 days of ill health, and the mind, it just, this worry just is so, oh,
Yeah.
oh. And then of course, you know, it's like it's self-propagating, the ill
Yes,
health,
yes.
because I keep worrying and then I think negatively.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I wasn't up to seeing some of my friends and my nephew.
Yeah.
I feel better now I'm home, but there's still stuff
Yeah.
going on. But I don't know. I just wanted to sit with that because it's.
Mm. Mm. So let's have a look, Marina. What's underneath the worry?
Trying
Let's
to
just
fix.
drop deeper. Trying to fix. Oh, okay. Yeah. Trying to fix.
Feel healthy. Well,
Trying to feel healthy. Oh, most beautiful intention. Yeah? Mm. If I worry enough, then I'm fixing it all. Oh.
and I remember as a child, you know, just really young, just worrying. I remember my father saying, "You're just always worrying." I literally had a frown on my face.
Yeah.
And my mother had a frown on her face. So she was, you know, I know I was bored with her worrying, constant worrying about us. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
And especially me, because I was very sick. Well, I was.
Yeah. 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 There was just stuff going on that she had to, she didn't know how you were doing. Oh, and that was very, very difficult.
Yeah. And that constant worrying of hers, you know, I know it was because little brother had died before me of cancer, and she'd had all these stillbirths. And
oh my God. Yeah.
You know, I know she went through a lot, but see where it comes from.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So this is now underneath. That's the next layer. Yeah. I know where it all comes from. That's the emotion underneath, huh?
Could sense
very disturbing.
Terror in her sister.
Terror. Terror. You felt, of course, you felt the terror in your mother. I mean, you know, that's how we grow. We copy the nervous system of our caregivers. That's just how we do it. Again, totally natural and very intelligent and healthy. Ah,
Yeah.
and then drop through that, Marina. Just drop through it and see what's underneath that. That terror. What's underneath the terror?
Hopelessness.
Hopelessness. Oh my God. I mean, you know, it comes even more and more clear why worrying seems to help to fix it all. If there's hopelessness and terror, oh my God.
And grief.
Grief.
And grief in her system that she couldn't really cope with.
Yeah. She lost her son, and you were saying stillbirth.
Yeah, stillborn twins and
Oh,
miscarriage.
twins. Oh my God. Yeah.
And trying to keep my
Oh.
brother alive for 2 years in the camp.
Oh.
And seeing a lot of the kids sick and dying in the camp as well.
Yeah.
So huge stuff.
Yeah. And then there was little Marina. Took it all on. And survived anyway. Hmm. So now, when you're ready, let's get underneath the terror. What's underneath that? The hopelessness. The hopelessness. We were already terror, hopelessness. What's underneath that?
Grief, but there's a sense that she actually didn't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Not wanting to be here. Yeah. And then what's underneath that? Oh, so there comes the breath. So there's a breath underneath there. And then let's go underneath that. Underneath the breath.
This is maybe something different, but the word hatred comes in.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's not really underneath.
Say again.
I don't think it's underneath, but it's in the mix, you know.
It's in the mix. Okay. Nice to bring that into.
Yeah, she hated the Japanese, for instance, all her life. So intense hate.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Makes also sense. Mm. So what's underneath hatred? Let's go with the hatred. What's underneath that?
Not having any power.
Mm-hmm.
Voice.
Mm-hmm. So powerless. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And underneath the powerlessness. Yeah. Let's go through it all. because we're still not at the core.
I don't know. I mean, the word resentment comes up.
Resentment, and I don't know.
She's only just married to Dad and very much in love. So
Very much in love.
yes, and so there was that loss as well, that separation. But
so another breath. What's under I don't know and resentment?
it's still, I don't know either. Like there's a giving up. There's a giving up. You know. Just,
Underneath the giving up. It's wonderful. All those layers, all those layers then come into worry. We're just tracking it through, actually. But also at the same time, something is happening in the system. Can you feel that? While we are tracking it all back.
feel a little bit of vibration in the torso.
Yeah. And what happened to the worrying?
It's not there right now.
It's not there right now. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like on the surface.
Yeah. Is that true?
No.
No.
I said it. But no, it's not.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, but we both knew that's not true.
Yeah.
Because since we've been tracking all the way back, as far as we have come right now, something has gotten quieter. I don't know if you've noticed that. It's for me very noticeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like attending to something, you know, something. Worry is, oh my God, something is going on, but I don't actually really know what it is. Put it on health or something. So we went back, and while we're doing that, it's like, kind of all the layers of a wounding in a way. We're cleaning the wound. We're cleaning. We're attending to every layer, so that we maybe come to the root, or maybe we come, who knows where we will get, where it will guide us to. Who knows? Who knows? But while we're doing it, it's getting more quiet, and it's more, and a bit of vibration, and the worry isn't in the foreground. And then what is now? Ooh, there was a little smile. Just came out of the blue.
Yeah, yeah. There's a calmness now.
Also, how it feels here is as if we meet in a different way. It's not that we didn't meet before, but now it's more two women meeting. Oh, just blessings to your mother on her journey. Oh my goddess. And then bringing this beautiful being into life. Ooh.
There's something, I don't know if it's underneath necessarily, but something that about not having any impact or not having any impact on others. Any impact is the wrong, any it doesn't matter what you do, what you say, that there's this sense with here of it's only me. I think that was also in Mum.
Yeah.
Only, I can't make a difference. I can't protect my kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only me.
Which was of course not true. Because there you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a contribution. Whew. Most powerful contribution.
I feel like the system can't take that in as a...
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah. It might be that the system can't take it in. It doesn't have to take it in. It's still a huge contribution. Even if it can't take it in. How to live in the most beautiful way. I don't know if there is a bigger contribution to this life ever than this. Do you know anything better? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Doesn't matter how the system feels it and how the system lets it in or not. Doesn't matter. There's a deep, deep knowing over there that this is major and there's nothing more important or interesting than this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Mm. Mm. You can let your mother know. That's what she gave us. Mm. Mm. Sensitive being. Wow. That is doing everything so that that everything can just blossom and flourish. It's far out. If you really, actually, you know, you should write it down. Maybe I did that the other day. All of a sudden it came, somebody inspired me. I just saw a poet, and he was writing a letter to himself. And I thought, wow, that is so beautiful. So I started writing a love letter to myself, to Meike. And I can only recommend that. So in your case, it would be maybe just really seeing the gift of your mother, what she brought through you, bringing you into this life. You know, just as an inspiration, if that is interest, it's powerful. It's very, very powerful. Because there's so many dislikes, huh? There's so much, no, not this, not this, not this, not this, and stopping for everyone and seeing, wow, the wow in it, finding the wow. Mm. See what a gift worrying brings, huh? You can write that down too. Thanks, worry.
60 years of it.
Only. Yeah. And the whole time your mother and your grandmother and your great grandmother and so on. Yeah. And the male side too. Yeah. And the neighbors. And your friends on the other side of the globe. And you know. Yeah.
I feel my mother now.
Yeah. Delicious. Oh.
So I don't know if I sort of haven't got to the core, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe there is no core, you know, it's more that attending to all those layers that,
Yeah.
you know, so maybe there are more layers, it doesn't matter, but I think we came quite far here. It's, yeah, it feels soft, it feels yummy, it feels vulnerable, it's raw, it's honest, it's present. Oh, can't ask for much more, huh? Yeah, it's beautiful. Thanks for going with me all the way. And
Yeah, thank you, Marta. Just,
yeah,
I feel really privileged or to be here. And
Yeah,
by
same
you
here.
to be
Yeah.
It's great. Really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Um,
Mm. Mm. Esther. Judith, you come after.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Esther.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah.
I would love to rest with you.
Hmm.
The system is very tight, and I lay down for hours awake at night and don't get so much sleep. And then I start to look like, okay, is it safe? And do I feel the support from the mattress and the blanket? And that's actually then the panic comes in. And I can see now that holding my space for myself or supporting myself is quite existential. There's layers from that. And especially in contact. So I would love to sit with you in contact and support myself. And I know there's also a habit like, okay, now I'm on my own legs. And that seems not so funny for others. So if I go there, can you let me know? And it's just, yeah. I don't know. Just and then sickness comes, triggering so much fear.
Mm. Yeah, I wish I could help.
I'm not sure if I'm here. I mean, I so relate with what Bettina was telling and Marina, and you're helping, by the way. Just to be there.
Say again. I
You are
couldn't
helping.
hear.
You are helping, by the way.
Oh. Mhm.
Just know that the
Mhm.
connection stays with whatever's happened.
Yeah.
What pops up here now, maybe it's a thought, I don't know. It's that not knowing, just resting and not knowing until something arises, and now feel the space that it's, I mean, you're just there, and that's so beautiful. I mean, most of the time people get speeding up and they want an answer, and like I never have the chance to sink in, so to hear what's rising, you know. Quite a bubble. No, I'm not sure if I'm with you.
Totally. You're totally with me.
Yeah.
In the most sweetest way. Oops.
Yeah.
The polar bear.
Yeah. He's on diet for 2 months now. He was becoming too big. He's doing well.
It's beautiful, Esther.
It's such a longing in my life, you know, to find a place where I just can have the space or the...
Yeah, here it is.
Yes.
Here it is.
Absolutely.
Here it is. Yes, here it is. Our space.
Yeah.
Lucky us. A moment of not having to do anything, just being here. Yeah.
And although there's tears coming from my eyes, there's also joy, you know,
I know.
the joy
Those
of
tears are coming.
the joy of not
Those
knowing.
tears, the tears come from somewhere else. This is not sadness. This is release.
Mm.
Yeah. And they're always different tears.
Yeah,
Mm. They taste even different.
and it's a subtle. It's joy. I feel joy. Put many layers on it. It's that joy from being.
Yeah. The joy of coming home to yourself. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm. You're welcome.
I'm happy you do this kind of thing. I feel I'm more and more feeling trust to sink in.
Yes, you do. It's obvious. It's
Yeah.
very beautiful to watch.
And it's, you know, yeah, it's
Mm.
thank you.
Mm.
I don't know myself.
Judith, you still wanted to speak?
Yes, I would love. I like just first a bit to rest with you, and there's an issue that I would like to look at.
Okay.
But I don't know what it is. My sense is that the system is here, and there's also something going on that I don't want to step over. And I have not yet a clue what it is. So, yeah.
Mm.
Before I speak.
more clear on what wants to be explored? Or
Yeah, that was already clear, but I felt something in the system in the now that I felt, hey, I don't know exactly what is going on, but I don't want to step over. And more I feel here in silence. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
What I like to bring is that in the last session, you had the beautiful exploration with Sylvie about jealousy. And that was very inspiring for me. So, and
wonderful.
Yeah. And I like to bring in what I didn't label yet as jealousy, but probably it is. That is the ex-woman of Maarten, that is Remy. And there's a very long history with her in my life also. And there's still, of course, a friendship. They have kids and also grandchildren. And for a long period, the help questions of Remy always comes in. And I would say that I missed in that a kind of respect for the space of Maarten and me. And for Maarten, it's impossible to put boundaries and is fulfilling her needs of help. And at this moment, it is already more quiet down. But I can sense the system when she phones and Maarten answers, that something is a little bit withdrawing and getting cool towards Maarten. So, and there I would like to have freedom.
Yeah, I understand. How is it when you speak it? What happens then?
Yeah, there's a little emotion coming, a little bit sadness.
Yeah.
And it is good to speak, to bring it in the light.
Yes. Yeah. It's beautiful how vulnerable you bring that. It's like what I feel is a gentleness with your system, that it reacts like that. Yeah.
It goes
That doesn't
faster
mean
than the
that-
light. It's
it's on
yeah.
automatic, no control whatsoever.
Yeah. And I would just love to have space that Maarten can phone with her, and that there's not a kind of touch. But there is a touch.
Yeah.
And I'm not
a touch.
Yeah, there's just a touch. And I have no fear that he wants to go back to her or that kind of things. That's not happening. He likes the friendship. He wants the friendship. He actually has no problem when she calls. So there for him, it's actually because he also wants somehow the connection. So for him, it's not necessary to put boundaries. And somehow for me, like a boundary for me would be let her call in daytime when you are working, but not in the evening because that is our space. Something like that. And I just want to be free of this touch. That's actually that I don't freeze or get cold.
Yeah. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. I
Mm.
just want to be free of that.
Yeah, it wants it
That's
to be
not how it
different.
works. Huh?
No.
It's not how it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's the gentleness, what you said in seeing,
yes,
isn't it?
yeah, just being gentle with what the
Yeah.
system is doing by itself without anybody having a choice about it. That's what somehow the system is doing. So can you be gentle with that?
Yeah, it's a beautiful invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it will do this for the rest of its life, Judith.
Oh my God.
Maybe. Yeah, I know. I know. Got to look at this from another place. Yeah. Yeah. For whatever reason it's doing that, you know. Yeah. Yeah.
Young ones coming.
So sweet. Yes, it's very young.
Somehow then it doesn't feel safe. So,
Somehow then it doesn't feel safe. Yeah. That young one doesn't know that yet, but it's just discovering it.
yeah. Yeah.
Because it's held right now. So
Yeah.
you can come here. You can come here to us.
Yeah, probably it's a flight response or a little bit,
Yeah.
withdrawing.
Yeah. It felt left alone or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh my God, kind of, it got a fright.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is a
it got a
fright.
fright. Yes.
Yeah.
Got a big fright there. For a moment, it looked like it was all alone and left alone.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. And now we're here. Letting it know we're here now. Yeah. So no wonder. I mean, no wonder. Huh?
I feel at the moment the depth of her loneliness. That's what felt. Yeah.
But you feel it in
Connection.
union,
Yeah.
in connection.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's the beauty of
that's
this
the beauty.
moment. Yeah.
Yes, that's the beauty of this moment. Yeah.
That's why it's
very important.
Yeah, because it can feel the depth of the loneliness deeper by being in connection. Somehow the paradox.
Exactly. Yeah. Because now it's not alone. Now it can actually complete its whole cycle in a way. It got a fright and was still stuck there. Huh?
Yeah.
Now, in that safety where it finds itself right now, it can release all the stuckness in a way. It can release it with tears and, like you say, then it goes really deep into it and completes the whole thing. With luck, it completes it all. You never know. Maybe there's always some little leftovers, but maybe not.
Yeah.
But then right now we don't even have to label it as jealousy. It's
No.
always, it disturbed me that word has such a bad, it's a
Yes.
label, you know, you don't want to be
Yeah.
jealous. That's the last thing you want to be, huh?
No, and
Because it's
and
really bad.
it's that's really bad. And up till now, I couldn't label it also as jealousy, but yeah, being
Something,
aware of the
yeah.
sensations, and I even don't know how, but it is the sensations that are clear. What happens in relationship with Rainy? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it feels already if I felt through the loneliness.
Mhm. Mhm.
And also
It's
amazing.
just a little left over.
Yeah.
I'm just so in awe of all of us. How, you know, all this work that we've done. It doesn't need much, huh? It's just showing up and poof.
And the
Releases
same at
itself
the other side, it doesn't take much for a touch.
No.
And it, you know, but it is just, it gets finer and finer when then that touch happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It gets finer. And it's faster at home again, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's faster at home.
Yeah.
And it is so
It's
beautiful.
not so hard on itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so beautiful also then to see a little touch where you withdraw, but actually not having been able to feel the shock of the depth of loneliness from the younger one. And now that's so beautiful that can be touched and seen and relating.
Yeah.
And then comes home again.
Yeah, and then you see what happens next time she calls.
Yeah.
I'm curious, you know, it might be at first it wants to go there and might not, or, you know.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised in my own system when something has released itself and then the situation comes and it's like, it's waiting for that reaction and it's not happening. It's, yeah.
And the beauty is also that now when it happens, I know better what is going on. So, this is the touch from the little one, and
that little one,
yeah, and she feels alone. And then so that supports also when it happens again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you all.
I know, Laura, you wanted to sit, huh? We have a few minutes. You want to sit together?
Yeah, I would love to, but no pressure.
Okay. No, it's no pressure, but it will be short. It's just, I just wanted to give you some time to. I saw your hand. You're still with your parents?
No, I came back yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
good to be back.
It was a bit of a overwhelm when I first got here. We've had a lot of storms, so the caravan was in a bit of a mess.
Yeah,
Okay?
just storms all over. Yeah, that make you a little louder. Yeah.
So I had a long journey, and then I got here and the caravan was a mess, and I had that like, why am I living in a caravan and I hate it here and blah blah blah. And then I cleaned it all up, and then today there was birds in the garden and the sun shining and so quiet. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. But it feels like it feels just right now.
Yeah, good.
But I think it's just taking a while for me to, I know it's fine.
Arrive.
And I had a big 2 months, so just processing that, but this is the perfect place to do it. So yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. What I've really loved about this meeting is how
Got something in my throat.
that might be mine. I have had that all the meeting. Sorry.
I take it happily.
It's been like, oh dear. Once it
Could I have
starts,
something
won't
to
stop.
drink? Okay, thanks for the warning. I do that for you with pleasure.
That is so funny because that has been just, really coming up. Wow.
Yeah, my system loves picking up things like that. Easy for me to release it. Bit of tears.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's done. It seems like.
It's had that feeling to it the last couple of days. That is done. That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for that.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
That is brilliant.
It is. I guess that's why we had to sit together just for a few minutes.
I don't know what I'm going to do with all my time now.
Oh, you will find something. You don't have to worry. I'm pretty sure something will come up. Ah. Yeah, feels free now. Ah.
You have no idea, like, yeah, wow, that's brilliant.
Yeah, wish you a happy day with lots of time and okay.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. You just never know why you have to talk with someone, huh? Just to pick up a tickle in your throat or something. Ah. Ah. Thanks for hosting us, Eva. And lots of love to you all. Thank you. Thanks for exploration. Thanks for everything. Ciao.